Hey there everyone, how is it going today? How are my electro squids doing after a long day of busting dank digital nooners? It is of course your humble narrator, your spiritual guide, your technological dude, Yammy Noob. We are here today talking about technology, electric motorcycles, and the future of motorcycle safety, but don't worry, I'm not going to audit your bike's microtransactions or wax poetic about the merits of internal combustion. I am here today to talk about Damon Motorcycles, a company who has been making quite a stir in the motorcycle world lately. They're not just here to build another electric motorcycle. Motorcycles made by Damon almost exist as case studies to showcase their proprietary technology that they have developed to improve rider experience, comfort, and most importantly, safety. We've got a lot to dig into today, so without further ado, let's gaze into the crystal ball and see the way in which Damon Motorcycles hopes to change the future of motorcycling. Damon Motorcycles is a company that is really quite new to motorcycling, having been founded just a few years ago by Jay Girard in 2019. And while that might not seem like a very long time in business, I mean that is a whole 3 years after the first Yammy Noob list video hit the web, just goes to show you that with the right incentives and right talent, technology can move pretty damn fast. At the rate in which tech is progressing, maybe it's time to finally admit defeat and retire the Cafe Racer project bike after all. If Damon can reinvent the motorcycle in 4 years, it probably shouldn't take you 6 to rebuild a carburetor. Girard, a motorcyclist himself and tech entrepreneur, was formerly a professional snowboarder before entering the automotive world. And despite being a newcomer into the world of motorcycling, Damon has quickly made a name for itself by creating electric motorcycles that are pushing the boundaries on what we can expect motorcycles to be capable of. Damon Motorcycles was founded on the mission to create electric motorcycles that are safer, smarter, and more sustainable than traditional gas-powered bikes. Girard's interest in sustainability, and as a result electric vehicles, date back to his time as a snowboarder, where he witnessed the negative impact of climate change on winter sports. In 2017, he decided to shift his professional focus to electric motorcycles. But Girard did not only see electric bikes as a way to reduce the carbon footprint of personal transportation and promote sustainability. After enduring a motorcycle crash of his own the year prior, he was determined to make the motorcycle accidents as preventable as possible, which is why this became one of the pillars of Damon's ethos, directly resulting in their CoPilot safety system, which coincided with the release of their first bike. After 2 years of research and development, Damon Motorcycles was launched in 2019 with the goal of creating electric motorcycles that were not only environmentally friendly and sustainable, but also safer and more advanced than traditional motorcycles. Oh yeah, and they're fast as hell, with their flagship Hypersport model making over 200 horsepower and capable of speeds of 200 miles per hour. To achieve the lofty goals set by Jay Girard and the rest of the team, Damon focused heavily on developing advanced safety tech such as 360-degree radar, cameras, and warning systems to enhance rider awareness and prevent accidents and crashes. Damon's first product, the Hypersport, was unveiled in January 2020 at the Consumer Electronics Show in Las Vegas, where it received widespread acclaim for its innovative design and advanced technology. The Hypersport features a unique adjustable riding position, customizable riding modes, and can reach a top speed of 200, making it one of the fastest electric bikes on the market.
Guys, time is running out to win this Aprilia 210 660 factory. May 19th at midnight is the very last day you have to get entered to win this thing. Head over to yammynoob.co and you will get 3x entries for every dollar you spend on orders over $100 to win this Aprilia 210 660 factory. Don't miss it, time is running out.
Since its launch, Damon has continued to innovate, introducing the Hypersport Pro in 2021, a higher performance version of the Hypersport. Despite being a relatively new company, Damon has already received significant investment from prominent venture capital firms and angel investors, and has been recognized with the numerous awards and accolades for its innovative tech and design. Say what you want about EVs, but there's definitely plenty of people willing to invest money into them. Aside from direct investments, Damon has made a crap ton of money pre-selling made-to-order motorcycles. As of today, Damon has already pre-sold over $100 million worth of bikes that are set to be built and distributed over the next few years. Guys, that's a lot of bikes. With its focus on safety, sustainability, and innovation, Damon Motorcycles is poised to be a major player in the future of electric motorcycles, especially considering, if I understand correctly, they intend to ultimately make their tech available to be sold to other companies as well, elevating motorcycling as a whole beyond their own bikes. Damon's out here putting stealth fighter jet tech into their motorcycles while the DRZ 400 still has a carburetor. It is fascinating how we're living in two different cultural eras at the same time. In 2023, you can be a DRZ in the street streets and a Damon in the sheets, and you can interpret the meaning of that however you want. Before we look more closely at the motorcycles themselves, let's take a look at the technology Damon has pioneered that makes these motorcycles so fascinating. The first technological innovation they have invested is in their CoPilot system. CoPilot is a comprehensive rider assistance system that combines advanced sensors, machine learning algorithms, and haptic feedback to enhance situational awareness and prevent accidents. At the core of CoPilot is a 360-degree radar system that constantly monitors the motorcycle's surroundings, detecting potential hazards and alerting the rider through visual and haptic feedback. So whether there is a vengeful self-driving Tesla on your tail, a reckless Dodge Hellcat running from the repo man, or a capsized truck spilling out hundreds of hentai DVDs onto the road, CoPilot will clock it and alert you accordingly. Using machine learning algorithms, CoPilot can analyze the data from radar and camera systems to predict potential hazards before they occur. For example, if a car is approaching from the side, CoPilot can alert the rider to its presence and provide visual and haptic feedback to encourage them to take evasive action. One of the most innovative aspects of CoPilot is its haptic feedback system, which uses vibrations from the handlebars to alert the rider to potential hazards. For example, if a car is approaching from behind, CoPilot can vibrate left or right handlebar to indicate which side the car is on, allowing the rider to quickly react and adjust their position on the road. It's like the haptic feedback you get from a PlayStation 1 controller while playing Twisted Metals. This controller shook so hard it felt like you were trying to hold on to the reins of a bunking Bronco. In addition to its hazard detection systems and warning capabilities, CoPilot also offers adaptive cruise control and lane departure warning systems, further enhancing rider safety and comfort. These are pretty new features on motorcycles with only a couple bikes having them. The adaptive cruise control system allows the rider to set a desired speed and maintain a safe following distance from other vehicles, while the lane departure warning system alerts the rider if they begin to drift out of their lane. This tech is all very similar on what's being used in modern cars. I mean, a freaking Corolla has this stuff nowadays, but Damon's the first to implement it in all of their motorcycles. Damon's CoPilot tech represents a major step forward in motorcycle safety, offering riders a comprehensive suite of advanced safety features that are designed to enhance situational awareness and prevent accidents. The electric motor used in Damon's motorcycles is also state-of-the-art. Damon's HyperDrive is a modular electric powertrain system designed to be integrated into a variety of vehicles beyond their own bikes, introducing motorcycles, scooters, or other lightweight electric vehicles. The HyperDrive system is based on a unique liquid-cooled electric motor that delivers its exceptional power and performance efficiency. One of the key features of the HyperDrive motor is its high power-to-weight ratio. The motor is capable of delivering up to 200 horsepower and 147 foot-pounds of torque, making it one of the most powerful electric motors in the class. But I will say, these electric bike claims are often really, really high, and they don't really feel like that in real life. Just putting that out there. Despite its high power output, the HyperDrive is incredibly lightweight, weighing in at just 55 pounds, which is truly insane when you consider that a liter bike engine capable of making similar power would weigh around 150 pounds. To maximize the efficiency of its power and range, one of the biggest anxieties that comes with electric vehicles, the HyperDrive is paired with a liquid-cooled battery pack that can be configured up to 21.5 kilowatt hours of energy storage. The battery pack is designed to be modular, allowing it to be easily swapped out or upgraded as needed, which is incredibly advantageous compared to other EVs where physical changes or upgrades are virtually impossible. The HyperDrive system also features an advanced cooling system that ensures the motor and battery remain at optimal temperatures even under heavy use. One of the big advantages of the HyperDrive system is its versatility. These motors aren't designed to solely live in Damon Motorcycles, but could ultimately be made available to be used by other companies and their electric systems. The modular design of the system allows it to be integrated into a wide range of vehicles, from small scooters to larger motorcycles. This makes it an ideal choice for manufacturers looking to create a lightweight electric vehicle with a high power output. Like, can you imagine if you put one of these 200 horsepower hyperdrive motors into a 110 pound Suron, you'd power wheelie it to the moon with just like 10% throttle. It would be like those stand-up jet skis you can backflip without any wake. I feel like these technologies that Damon are investing in and building and are garnering such positive feedback because they exist to benefit and elevate the entire industry. The third piece of tech that Damon has pioneered that is truly a first of its kind is called Shift. It's not what you're thinking. Damon Motorcycles operate with just a single speed direct drive motor without a transmission or gearbox, which is kind of sad. Shift refers to a modular rider ergonomic system that's capable of changing between a sporty riding position and a more relaxed touring riding position instantly and automatically. This tech is designed to provide riders with greater comfort and control, as well as reduce fatigue and improve overall performance. You can be leaned over in full tuck if you need to drag knee in a retirement community, or upright and relaxed if you're heading over to Starbucks. All things considered, if you're going to use your squid powers for evil and wreak havoc on your local elderly, I suppose it's best to do it on an electric bike with with no exhaust system. At the core of the shift system is a set of movable foot pegs and handlebars that can be adjusted to suit the rider's individual preferences. The foot pegs are mounted on a sliding rail system that allows them to be moved forward or backward, while the handlebars can be raised or lowered to adjust the riding position. The shift system is controlled using a set of buttons located on the motorcycle's handlebars. By pressing these buttons, rider can adjust the foot peg and handlebar positions to their personal preferences depending on their size, stature, or riding style. This makes it easy to switch between different riding modes such as cruising, touring, or sport riding without having to make any physical adjustments to the motorcycle. It really is so obvious when you think about it. A bunch of cars have electronically adjustable seating positions since the early 2000s. It's strange that tech is just now making its way to motorcycles. Typically, making adjustments to the rider triangle on a motorcycle would involve physically swapping out parts like installing new foot pegs or handlebars. Those are the key innovative features that have been foundational to the Damon Motorcycles, so let's take a look at specific bikes that they offer. Damon currently has two models that are available for order, the Hypersport, their flagship model, and the Hyperfighter. Those are just two models, each comes in multiple trim levels that will determine power output, range, braking, and suspension components. And what's cool about Damon is none of the advanced features are locked up behind a paywall. Each trim model of each bike is still equipped with the tech features that make these bikes special. The Hypersport is a sport bike at its core. It's a fully fared bike with smooth aerodynamic lines and a stylish single-sided swing arm. It almost looks like it was carved out of a single piece of metal. Each trim model comes equipped with a 7-inch dash, the CoPilot safety system with 1080p front and rear cameras and radar sensors, haptic feedback sensors, and shift adjustable rider ergonomics. The different trim models range from lowest to highest are the SE, SX, HS, and Premier. The main differences are in the power output and range. The Hypersport SE makes 100 horsepower and has a top speed of 120 miles per hour and has a combined range of 108 miles. The SE has an MSRP of $19,000. The SX pumps the power up to 150 and a top speed of 155 miles per hour and 150 miles of combined range. The SX model costs $24,000. The Hypersport HS is their flagship model that sports the 200 trifecta, meaning 200 horsepower, 200 mile per hour top speed, and 200 miles of range. The HS costs $28,000. And lastly, there's a Hypersport Premier, which has the same power figures as the HS, but comes equipped with Olin suspension and Brembo brakes. The Premier has a pretty spicy price tag coming in at $40,000. Also, I forgot to mention, each trim level of the Hypersport comes with ABS, TC, and ride modes. Charging times vary based on the battery size and charger used, but can range from 15 hours to the largest battery on a level 1 charger to 45 minutes on a DC fast charger. Now, I will say, take these figures with a grain of salt. I've ridden plenty of electric motorcycles, and they hardly ever live up to these numbers and claims. It would be really cool to be able to ride one of these Damon motorcycles and truly see if it can do 200 miles per hour, 200 miles of range, and actually make 200 horsepower. I would love the opportunity to get one of these bikes, put it on the dyno, do a bunch of testing with it, because right now it kind of feels like fairy tale numbers, not gonna lie. Just want to put that out there. And the second motorcycle is the Hyperfighter, which is Damon's take on the future of the naked bike, though you won't find any 270-degree twins or spicy triples here. The Hyperfighter comes with all the tech features Damon has to offer, including the CoPilot, shift, ABS, TC, and ride modes across all trim levels. The first trim is the Unlimited 15, which makes 150 horsepower, 150 miles per hour top speed, and 120 combined range. This trim model has an MSRP of $19,000. Second trim is the Unlimited 20, which makes 200 horsepower, top speed 170, and combined range of 146. I guess Damon felt that no naked bike had a reason to crest 200 miles per hour like the Hypersport can. And the Hyperfighter Unlimited 20 costs $25,000. And lastly, there's the Hyperfighter Colossus. The Colossus has the same power figures as the Unlimited 20, but is equipped with a single-sided swing arm, Olin suspension, and Brembo brakes, and the Colossus will run you $35,000. Now look, no matter your feelings towards electric vehicles, there's something intriguing about a manufacturer finding new ways to innovate the motorcycle form behind squeezing 2 or 3 more horsepower out of a liter bike engine. I found the research for this video to be some of the most interesting reading I've done in a motorcycle in some time. And even if you're dead set on never abandoning a gas-powered motorcycle, some of the tech Damon is developing may even find its way onto high-end ICE bikes as well. You never know. I had a lot of fun digging into this company a bit. I hope you enjoyed it as well. As always, take all these numbers with a grain of salt. Nobody has ridden a Damon motorcycle yet, a full production model as far as I know, and if I ever get the chance to ride one, it would be super cool, and I'd love to fill you guys in on what it's like to ride. Thanks for making it to the end of the video. I will see you in the next one. Fact: the purple Earth hypothesis is an astrobiological hypothesis that photosynthetic life forms on early Earth were based on the simpler molecule retinol rather than the more complex chlorophyll, making the Earth appear purple rather than green. Goodbye.
Well, look at you. You've made it to the end of another Yami Noob video. You should consider yourself pretty lucky because I have curated this one right over here for you to continue watching. It's probably just as good as the one you just saw. Unless you hated the one you just saw. I don't know, maybe leave me a comment down below about how much you hated it as well too. Or just keep watching this one. Make sure you keep watching Yami Noob. Don't forget to keep watching Yami Noob. That's the most important thing. Keep watching Yami Noob.